Alright, welcome back everybody. The most complicated part of the entire airplane layup is this section right here on the nose. While I'm happy it came out as good as it did, I'm not exactly happy with the overall layup so far. I mean, it's good enough for a prototype. It's just a lot of body work to do. I mean, you can see here the glass that I had nice and forced down in there all the way ended up pulling back out at some point, then didn't get sucked back down. Same thing here, and then down here around the cannon exit chutes that had some air bubbles in there as well. Overall, so far the whole layout's kind of the same quality all the way through. It's acceptable, just a lot of body work. So while it's acceptable for a prototype, it's not acceptable for a customer plane or even anything else that I would even consider putting out the door. If this is going to a customer, I would just hang it on the wall and do another one, because it's not as good as I want it to be. So anyways, one step at a time, as they say. It's a very complicated airplane to do as composite, so especially with this much detail involved. This side of the nacelle, right now the nut side of it, so it's the next one to, next portion of the mold to come off, which it as well will be a little difficult, just because of how I did the inlet ducting when I did the mold layup. I got lazy and kind of built in a locking key to where it locks the whole mold together with the inlet duct. So it's going to be a little difficult to get apart because of that. But exactly how difficult, we will find out here momentarily. Because I did do some slight changes to that portion of it before I did the layup, so maybe it'll be a little easier than I remember. Of course, it has been like 2-3 years since I molded this thing and took the plug out of it. So my memory's a little fuzzy on exactly what it was like. Organize myself here and get things going. One more roll. Get my little jig pin back here out of this thing, which I need to, that came out easier than I was thinking it would. And my specialty mold spreader, aka flathead screwdriver. Off to work we go. Nice and tight getting there. Fun part about the big airplane with one person, figure out ways of holding this thing up so you can get molds off. In this case, it's 2x4. Here's something going to snap right here. This is that lock I was talking about that I did out of sheer stupidity, to be honest. There we go. And that's the lock there. Helps hold it in place. It helps kind of become part of that. I think what I'll end up doing is, since it basically goes in right there, I'm just going to CA it to this portion of the mold. so I don't ever have to worry about that again. Again, you be late, you get lazy and you don't think about this stuff and you end up doing stupid stuff. That's one of them. So, all the primer you see left right here is gear door, where I did the original gear door plugs or whatever. I double-sided taped them. So hopefully they'll come out, because they are right here in this area and there's primer over all those and everything. So you can see let me zoom in for you guys. That little naked duct, I was really concerned that wouldn't come out very well, and it turned out awesome. And the whole bottom portion of this layup looks like it turned out really, really nice. Well, I did get a little bit of a corner chip off right here on the mold. No surprise there. Said that aluminum filled resin down here in these corners, and then around in really detailed, like dark, deep detailed portions, like around here. You don't have to use it everywhere. You just got to use it where there's a possibility of something sticking. So corners, these really deep detail around these naked ducts, maybe any edge really you need to do it. That metal filled resin will get rid of all it'll help negate the chances of it chipping, which is very, very important if you want to make stuff last. So even after once you get one or a couple of these things out of these molds, I'll probably go back and take my plug over there and fix some stuff on it and end up making another set of molds for the fuselage. The wings and all are really, really good. It's just the fuselage ended up a little wonky in areas for some reason. That's why it's chipping so bad on me. But right now, time and money dictates using what I got, so I'm gonna have to just kind of make do with these while I can. So, lower this down. Well, actually, while it's up, try and get this inlet duct mold out of here, which is probably gonna be a lot easier said than done. Another thing that I should have done differently when I molded this thing is, instead of having it deep in, I should have just stopped it right here and just did a separate plug and everything from the inside of that. But you live, you learn. You make dumb mistakes. Go. There's that one out of there. Kind of an interesting little shot looking down through there through the front. So, all right. Put this monster down, take the other side off. What that entails, I'm going to spin this mold around so you guys can actually watch. Now, before I close these mold tabs up, the other night I picked up the nose of that thing, of this mold, and I was shocked at how heavy it had gotten. I did not remember just the bare mold being that heavy. I started to get really concerned that this thing was going to be really heavy. But now that you start taking this mold off, these portions of the mold off, and you realize like, oh wait, it's not that bad. It's heavy still, the mold is, but the fuselage is actually feeling like it's going to be about what I expected weight-wise, which is around 12 to 15 pounds, plus or minus a couple. Which if I can get the bare fuselage down to that way, I'm gonna be ecstatic. So, good old 2x4 once again. Now I got the fuselage that we just took off hangs over the edge. Don't break anything. So I need my body stand, but I don't have it. It's in the trailer. I don't feel like going out. Because for those of you in the north, it is a blistering 58 degrees outside. It's cold for Florida. And for those searching for hardware to join your molds together, don't buy wing nuts, please. I know it sounds awesome, but if you get any little bit of a burr on the threads of your bolts, the wing nuts just, it's like a lock nut at that point. It just locks on, and man, it just tears your fingers up. So while they sound like a great idea, they are when they work. Or as long as your bolts are perfect, but if you get a little burr on your bolt, make sure you clean it off with a tap and dry. Stay away from that stuff. I don't want that to fall on you. Yes. Pliers, buddy. Flowers? Yeah, pliers. The next thing that sucks about taking all this apart is you gotta put it back together. It's like, oh look, it's all apart. Perfect. Now I gotta bolt it back together so I can store it. And that's your pliers, buddy. Yep, piece of wood, that's right.
Yeah, piece of wood too.
Pull the locating pin out for the stab mechanism. Don't put that in there, buddy. Everybody stick.
No, Daddy. I'm making that.
Okay then.
It's what? Daddy, and these wood. I got these wood.
Yeah, I see you got a piece of wood.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and make rocket tip, babe.
Yeah.
Rocket.
You make a rocket tip.
Yeah.
Get over you then.
These wood.
Let's see, where can I go? Quit moving, airplane.
These wood. Where you go?
go. Never said it's gonna be easy, did we? Any chipping on that one? Nope, none down there. Watch out, buddy. What? No, I can't pick it up yet.
Daddy, my breaking part.
You guys had breaking parts off.
Screwdriver.
Yeah, screwdriver.
Screwdriver?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Big. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No big. Driver. Me. Daddy.
Thomas.
Daddy.
What?
Mine.
No, it's not yours. Now I'm just sitting here trying to get this inlet duct on this side out. No, buddy.
No big. What are you doing?
Working on the airplane, buddy.
Working. Going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working.
Watch out, you need to get down, buddy, before this falls on you. You don't want to get it out of you, do you?
No, Daddy, my piece foot.
Well, get your piece of wood.
Okay. I'm going to be foot there. I'm going to get it. Ow, Daddy. I'm going to get it.
We'll go on and get it.
Want to get it?
Yeah.
Let's read it.
Alright. That leaves one mold portion there, guys. One more to go.
I'm charging
That's
now.
the biggest one out of all of them. Probably also the most difficult since it goes a whole length to the center of this thing.
Daddy, I'm
And there's
charging.
really nothing that you can grab a hold of
Look
and
at
start yanking other than the airplane. I don't want to yank on the airplane too much. At least not in certain spots. And this is where the the air compressor would come in handy.
crap.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little jigs back here, put them back into position. That way they're locked into something really solid. Or at least one of them is. And I might just have to wait till I get an air compressor, guys. We'll see here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Mom, I'll call you back in a minute.
Time up, babe. Time up.
Yeah, your time's up, buddy.
Yeah. Feel, Daddy.
We're gonna lay this on the edge of the table. Stop, Thomas. I'm gonna press down on the opposite mold flange. Get down, Thomas. That way, it'll pop it loose. Oh, stop on that. Come on.
We're going.
Here, go in there and mommy for a minute. I'll be done in a second. So one side's popped loose. Bob must really want to talk. I sent him a picture of this thing and he's like, call. Alright. So I got one side loose. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Here on the other side. Like I said, if I had my body panel on the stand, I could just put this upside down on top of it and go about it, but it's not here. If it were. So I got a good bit of that one loose. Hopefully I'll get it loose. Well, while I sit here and struggle, I'm going to turn this off, so we'll see you guys back in a minute.